down the rosy pocket full of posy. Ashes, ashes, we all fall down.
I'm Rick the Critic. You just saw a trailer of Hard Requital, and it's at the Pan-African American Film Festival. I have my guest today is Meosha Bean and Kinte Fergerson. Welcome.
Thank you.
Hey. Okay, yeah, that Hard Requital. I mean, I got a chance to see the whole thing. It had a twist to it, and which is really good because so often we see all of these good guy, bad guy type things, and it's nice to see, just a different ending. So I was really excited about it. Tell me, please, first project. You're both the producers of Hard Requital, or
Miosha, it was the wonderful director and cinematographer.
Okay.
I adapted the screenplay and produced the film. As well.
And you said adapted, so you got it from where?
Yes, about 5 years ago, a good friend of mine, his name is Mefune Akira, he made an animated short called Hard Requitals. And I was so enamored with it, I told him when I saw it that I wanted to make it into a live action film. And it took 5 years, but we were able to finally adapt it and make it into a live action film. So, we made some changes around the edges, but it's really his film.
It's really nice. And your part, Miosha?
Oh yeah, I was a cinematographer, and I also was, shooting as the film. So I directed the movie and edited as well. So yeah, he brought me on board. He sent me the script. He's like, Miosha, I think this is going to be a great, short. So I want you to shoot it. And then once I read it, I was like, let's do it. I love it.
A lot of fun on the project?
Oh, so much fun.
A lot of fun. This is the first project we did with each other, and we have many more coming out. So the really good thing about working with this young lady is that she has so much energy and she has wonderful ideas. So when you get to set, she has so many things cooked up in her brain that she hasn't shared with the producer yet, but it's always wonderful stuff. And being that she is short in stature, she can get in a lot of crazy angles and spots because, with the camera. So it's really awesome to work with this young lady, and I'm looking forward to the stuff we have coming out.
Oh, so you have other projects coming up?
Yes.
Okay, so now listen, this one at the Pan-African
Film Festival.
Were you expecting, did you enter, were you expecting it?
Well, I used to work at the Pan-African Film Festival as far as putting the art show together for many years, and I always wanted to be a filmmaker, so I always secretly was like, I wanted to one day put a movie there because, I always worked in the other side of it. And so when we did this movie and it came out very well, I was like, you know what, we should go ahead and submit it to there because it has such a great history and it means so much, especially to the black filmmakers in the world, basically. It's one of the oldest film festivals in the world, black film festivals, I should say, and definitely one of the most successful. And it was an honor to have a film in there. And so we have more things to come in the future, and we really hope that it'll be in there as well.
Great. And Miosha, tell me, you said you read it, you got excited, and this is not your first, So tell us a little bit about your other projects.
Oh, well, currently that I'm working on, I actually have a horror film that I'm working on right now. We're going to tour it next month, so we're excited.
What's the name?
Camera Phone 2.
Tell us a little bit about it.
Well, it's kind of it's these four friends. They stumble upon the phones, and the phones have like these horrendous murders on it. So after watching it, the haunting begins.
Okay, and it's short. It's a short.
No, actually, it's a feature. It's a feature. It's
okay.
Like an hour and 20-minute long film. So.
Well, and you said you're traveling with this.
Yeah, in theaters.
Oh, wow.
And she's in it as well, too.
No.
Okay, are you the horror person?
I love horror films.
Okay, so are you one of the people with the blood and the knife in there? Are you one of those people in there?
Can't say.
Well, yeah, something like that. We'll see, but I am in it, and I do. It's going to be a lot of blood and gore, so it's exciting.
Oh, if my daughter were here, she loves that. She loves it. I'm a little too old for it now because I get nightmares. It's like, it's too much for me. But Alfred Hitchcock, he was in all of his films as well. So is it like that?
Yeah.
You're going to be in everyone, and you Kente as well?
No, I'm not an actor. I leave the acting to this young lady. All I want to do is behind the scenes direct, write, and produce. Even though I'm in Hard Requitals. Well, I can't say it because it'll ruin the ending. But you gotta. If you blink, you'll miss me. So.
But you're in it.
Technically, yeah.
Okay. Technically, you're in it. Okay, so
you can watch it and not realize it's not me.
Oh, okay. So now, tell me about some of these future projects. I mean, I know that you. I know she just talked about the horror, and I know that this one in the Pan-African, I know that this is kind of going to push up some other things, and usually when you get the first one out, the other ones have to go above and beyond those things. What are some of those future projects? I know she said horror, and you. Yeah,
there's two films that I wrote myself. They're short films that we're going to go in production. One is named 2 Minutes, and the other one is Time's Up. And one is a thriller. The other one is like kind of a sci-fi thriller type thing. And so those are ones that are in production now that we're in pre-production that we're gonna make sometime this year. Also, too, we have a project that is called The Moments After. It's another short film that we look to shoot in the next week or two. And the thing about sometimes with shorts, you don't want to say too much about it because it's a short film.
It's short,
so
right.
If one sentence can give away the whole movie.
Got it.
But that's more of a character piece that we're doing, and so we're real excited about that, as well as we have a documentary that we're working on, and this documentary is the first of many. And as we said in our first part, that black art is my passion, and we're doing a documentary series that will focus this one in Los Angeles, and it's going to be following the lives of different African American artists that are based in Los Angeles. And so that we don't have a title yet for that. But that's something that we're working on, and we're really excited. It's going to be featured length, and we hope to have that on DVD as well as in the festivals and stuff as well. So that's the thing that I'm very excited. I'm excited about everything, but as you know, black art's my thing. So yeah, I'm really excited about that.
Let me ask you something. Where do you see? I mean, I'm a movie person. I love movies. Where do you see movies going? I mean, because I hear you talking about thrillers, I hear you talking about sci-fi, and I mean, I've seen some remakes that, in my mind, it's like, I mean, if you've made it once and you do the second thing, it just doesn't come out the same. I looked at something the other day, Point Break,
yeah.
and my daughter said, "Isn't that the same one with Patrick Swayze?" I think it was one of those before. And I'm noticing now that filmmakers are going back and getting old things and revising them. I mean, do you see that, or are there new, fresh ideas? I mean, where do you see I mean, I'm looking at filmmakers, and a lot of African American filmmakers, yourself, and I know quite a few now, and they're coming up with very new, innovative things, and I'm wondering, do you think that our young people, are they ready for this? Are they ready for the new things that you guys are coming up with, the thrillers and the sci-fi and that? Or do you think they should go back to these older things like Imitation of Life and those kind of older Clark Gable type things?
No, no, we should stay away from Imitation of Life and Casablanca. I mean, those are great films, but
right.
we shouldn't colorize those movies. But I think that I think one of the reasons why we see a lot of retreads and things coming back. I interviewed a woman named Sophia Stewart, and she very famously was the black woman who wrote the book that was stolen from her that created the Terminator movies and The Matrix.
I am familiar.
Right.
Yeah,
And
I'm familiar with that.
I asked her this specific question, and she said one of the reasons why you see a lot of retreads and reboots and stuff like that is that really good filmmakers, writers, don't send their scripts into Hollywood because they're just getting outright stolen.
Yeah.
So they rather make them themselves or go to television where you have a better chance of getting on a writing staff and putting your work out that way.
Wow.
Or even putting it in a book. So the thievery that goes on in the industry is so widespread that you go, you do everything you're supposedly write, you submit your scripts, and they just getting stolen from you. And so that's why you see a lot of really great writers not really taking their original content to Hollywood or trying to get it made themselves. So what they're doing is they're using the comic books has been great for them, redoing TV shows and older stuff because a lot of the real talented people are afraid to send their work into Hollywood. So now you asked the question about are the people ready, the young people. I think so because she's a good example. She's 10 years younger than I. And when I met her, she's a young black woman who does horror. You didn't really see that, and you're starting to see black people tackle genres that, you didn't really see a lot of black people doing. So it's good for us to get out there and tackle some of these genres. We don't have to just do a hood movie, which, no disrespect to any of them because there's been some really good ones. But, just
Not a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, not a lot. A few. I was looking at one. Like I said, I'm a movie person, and I try to look. I get a lot of black movies just to look at them, and some of them are not up to. I mean, some of them are just downright ridiculous. I mean, I've seen some that are just. Anyway, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Not to just. But I've seen some that I can't even believe that they even got on disc. I can't even believe that, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
I mean, really, just that old Stephen Fletcher type thing, 2000.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That, just dumb stuff,
Right.
talking just dumb stuff. And so,
It's embarrassing.
and it is. It's very embarrassing. And like I said, I don't even know how I got on a DVD. It's like, really?
They'll give you money to make trash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's hard. It's hard to get funding from outside sources to do worthwhile content. So we're gonna have to just figure out other ways of getting money, and that's why I like the crowdfunding is good. That's a good option, as well as there are some grants and stuff like that specifically for black people, black females, as well. So we just gotta get real creative.
Now, do we have organizations or associations that just focus strictly on African American filmmakers, women, and then just filmmakers? Period. Do we have organizations that will fund or will back? Because you said something key. You said they don't want to take it to Hollywood, and I get it. Do we have organizations that have the funding to back the thrillers, to back hard requital? You know what I'm saying? Do we have those organizations,
Not really
or do you have to go in your pocket?
Not really organizations, but there are some studios, some black-owned studios
that will help.
do it, or you get lucky and your neighborhood drug dealer might give you some money to launder it. I mean, it sounds like I'm joking, but that's how a lot of those movies that you said shouldn't be on disc get made.
Oh, wow,
So-
interesting.
Yeah,
Interesting concept. The drawback and the sad part about it is that it's trash.
It's trash.
I mean, it's bad enough how they get, but I mean, it would be a lot better if it was something that was decent and something that you can watch instead of just, some trash. Because it actually looks like it was made in somebody's basement. I mean, it really, it's just, there's no content, and they try to put a story to it. It's just, I mean, like I said, I saw one this morning and it was just like, really?
Go ahead.
Oh, I'm actually to speak about the grants for Black women and Black people in general for filmmakers. There's this film that I'm going to be doing this year called 7 Magpies. It's 7 women directors, Black female directors, 7 Black female writers, which is the first horror anthology, and this has been in the making for a while. So they're getting grants and things like that, and reaching out to figure out for funding because they want to make sure we do it right instead of just picking up a camera and just guerrilla styling the film. So it's a lot of all these women that are part of this project. We're going out and looking for fund, like you said, crowdfunding. That's another avenue. So there's lots of things. Like I Googled and I saw a lot of phenomenal, a lot of things are out there for Black women specifically to, get their, find funding for a film.
For filmmaking?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff out there. I
Really?
was surprised. I was like, wow.
And Meosha, what do you think? I mean, do you think that they're feeling like I am, just tired of seeing crap? What do you think the reason? Really, what is the reason for? Because we've never seen that. Generally, when you say filmmaking, it's like, you have the Spielbergs,
right.
and all that, and where the money, people go directly to them. Mm-hmm. So why do you think this change of venue? What do you think has happened that people are coming up and saying, we'll give you money? What has happened?
I think there's a lot, and there's a lot more people, especially, are taking time and really owning their craft and doing good quality stuff, not just me. Because I told Kinte, I said, for us to do a film together, we want to make sure it's right and it's good, it's high quality, and it has a great storyline and it's solid. Because I just don't do anything. I'm very selective of what I choose to film, mm-hmm. and I think that's why I continue to get different projects that continue to make me grow. As a filmmaker and a Black woman in this business, it's
okay.
You got to be very selective of what kind of stuff you choose.
Yeah, I don't like trash.
Me neither.
So for me to want to be involved in something, it has to be on a certain level.
Yeah.
And I want to elevate what we do as especially as Black filmmakers. So
mm-hmm.
It's very important. And I think that Black people's taste have grown as well as what kind of stuff they like, or at least because I think a lot of people like stuff they didn't admit to it, but now they got all these Black nerds that are open with it and all of that stuff, and so you're starting to see like a lot of very different taste out there, mm-hmm. and which I think is all good. It's all positive. But the main thing that people need to understand, especially us, is that we have to create our own situation, because give you an example, like Bollywood.
Right.
They realized Hollywood wasn't going to give them an opportunity, mm-hmm. so they created their own opportunities.
Exactly.
China, I believe in 2014 or 15, outdid the American box office.
Yep.
So, and then when they want to use China, when these Hollywood films, they put restrictions on America and say you got to do this, that, and the third. So they have to go to them with their hat in the hand. Mm-hmm. So I think Black people have to do the same thing too. Here is that we need to build our own institutions and create our own content, and we have to create something where we don't have to go to the Man or Hollywood or whatever to do it. And I think that's where we should be going. Yeah.
What do you think about Tyler Perry in Atlanta and his?
Mm-hmm. Go ahead. You want to go?
Go first.
Well, okay. Tyler Perry is on this level, you got to respect the fact that he was able to create that empire that he's created, yeah. And he worked hard and got there. Mm-hmm. Me personally, I am not a fan of his material. I don't like that kind of material that he puts out. And honestly, I hope that it just seems like he's stuck in this mud, of creating those Medea. Like I think he got one coming out, Medea, Halloween or some crap. It's like just kill Medea, please, and and really get to some really good filmmaking. He can do it. I think he has the ability, but then again though, them checks come in, so yeah.
People like entertainment. People like to laugh,
mm-hmm.
And I think that's part of his success. Mm-hmm. This gray-haired woman with this wisdom and this gun, and she's you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I think that in a time where there was things are so depressing, I think for us, I think it was like we wanted to see something to laugh about, and we wanted to be able to laugh. Mm-hmm. And I think that is part of the success. Now, I think that he has other writers, because I can see his stuff and I know that these are different writers. I can tell by the stuff that's coming out. I think he had something like the have and have-nots, and then some other stuff going on, and it's like, whoa, you know what I'm saying? So these are different, different writers. So I think that pretty much his only claim to fame might be the Medea stuff, you know, and everything else is other people. And I just think that for him now, at the level that he's on, he could make quality movies. He could make better movies.
I like his idea though, making a studio. I think he bought like
that.
some kind of military base where he does.
Absolutely.
You know, that's the right idea.
Absolutely.
He definitely has the right idea.
Absolutely.
I just wish the content was better.
I feel the same way. And maybe it's just me. I can. Even with Oprah, you know what I'm saying? I can't get past the thought. It's like, sister, you got money, you know, you can put out more positive images. You know, I get so tired of that Harpo and the butler and all of that. To me, it's like, with your money, you know, you could create, you know, you can put something together that would show little black girls, you know what I'm saying, how you can get to the empire, how you can do the things that you know, this is what you did, this is how you made, I mean, you could be a real role model, you know. I'm just not a fan of Color Purple and Big Daddy the Butler, and I'm just not a fan of Roots and all. I'm just not a fan of that. I really am not. I just think that, I mean, I know that there's some lessons there, you know what I'm saying, but to me it's like, you know, I don't have to keep, you don't have to keep hitting me with it, because I get it.
Right.
So I just think that you know, like if you guys came to her with a good project, I mean, from rags to riches or what have you, I think it would just be a more positive type image. And I guess for me, when I see that kind of money, and I think, you know, you could be doing some other things here, you know.
But also you got to realize they don't let you get that money unless you're playing for the team. So so you know, in order to get to that club, you know, you have to be vetted. So you know, I think going to Oprah or Tyler Perry is a dead end for us. So, but we have to create our own thing.
Absolutely. And I think that you have the audience for it, because when you were talking about the GoFunds and all that, that lets me know that there are people out there that want to see some quality work.
Definitely, most definitely.
They want to see quality, and they want to see a good movie. I enjoy going and seeing a good movie. And I love it when I see black people, you know what I'm saying, in a positive image, you know, positive role model. I think it's great.
You know, for me, it's not that the black person has to be like a saint or anything, you know, because like even our film Hard Requitals, you know, it's, you know, a dark side of life, but we like to have three-dimensional characters that you can really understand where it is that they fall, why they fell on the dark side. It's not just a monster that gets put in front of you and there's no context for it. So, you know, so like I said, I don't think that it has to be, you know, it has to be necessarily a positive character.
No, I don't. When I say positive, I mean I mean no dancing and singing, and
But
I don't want to hear that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah.
When I say positive, I mean there are good films. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Thriller, horror, whatever. But I'm saying I don't want to see that. The broom. I don't want to see the head. I don't want to see that. That's what when I say positive. That's. I mean, I don't have to constantly be reminded of slavery.
Exactly.
I thought it was a real slap in the face for 12 years of slavery to be.
Exactly. That's
to
how
be
I felt too.
The last one.
Yeah.
An Oscar?
An Oscar.
Are you
Right.
serious?
Right.
You know, I mean, I just thought there were so many other good movies out there.
Yep.
You know, and I just thought that you would pick that. So when I say positive, and that's what I mean, there are just a lot of good things out there that, you know, and I saw, like I said, I saw Hard Requital. I thought it was great.
Thank you.
I really did. Short, and I thought it was, and I'm looking forward to seeing some other work that you do. Who are some of the people that you guys are working with?
You want to go first?
Yes, we're working with this actor named Mcdonald in our next project. You know, of course, the people like Richy B. Jacobs, Mark Ridley for Hard Requitals, and right now we're in the process of casting. So, you know, right now, I guess there's a couple of people, I guess we can say. Yeah. You know, but for the most part, we're in the process of casting. So, you know. And casting is
they're casting. They're casting.
you know,
they're casting.
You know what's so funny is I get so many people, you know, family and people I know who want us to cast them in something.
Yeah.
We're like, no, you don't even act, brother.
Isn't that amazing? Mm-hmm. It's wow. So that's kind of like their intro into, you know, I can get into movies. My cousin is making movies. My aunt makes movies. My aunt makes movies. You know, I can get into movies. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's interesting, real interesting. And how do you say no? What do you say?
I say sure.
Yeah, we'll get back to
I call you. My people will call yours.
Right. Happy people call my people.
Yeah, and then I give him Miosha's number.
Oh, great. Yeah, that's what happens. I get all the
you bounce back up.
phone
So
calls.
you give him your people, he gives you his people. Okay, great. So I'm excited about these projects. I'm excited about the newness. I'm excited about, you know, because like I said, I'm laughing when you say thriller and sci-fi. You know, I'm thinking about, you know, the old thrillers when we see Frankenstein and all that kind of stuff. Because we've not seen very many, you know, I think Final Destination, I don't know how many times you could do Final Destination. I mean, it just went on and on and on and on and on. So when I see those horror flicks, and then some of them, like I said, are just really incredible. We just kind of, I'm excited about the newness. I'm excited to see some new blood.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I love it.
So I'm looking forward very much so to seeing what you guys are doing and the projects and that kind of thing. If someone wanted to contact you guys and talk to you guys about are you looking for people that have manuscripts? Are you looking for people to cast? Are you looking for people to do things that you pretty much have? Because I noticed the Wangs use all the same people. I noticed these guys use all the same people. Is that pretty much what you guys do? All use the same people?
No,
we're open.
We're open.
We're very open to.
Yeah,
to
we don't
new.
want all of our movies to have the same people in it. But,
well, I do see guys that use the same people.
Absolutely.
You know, I don't know what that means.
Well, it's a comfort level because you know that you know what they're capable of.
Oh, okay.
And, you know, so I can understand that. You know, and the people we've used before, definitely we want to use again. But you know, we don't want all of our movies to look the same.
Right, Mark Ridley in every film.
You don't want all the same. Oh, so you.
Even though she's involved with a movie with Mark Ridley as the star. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we will see him twice.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. That's okay. We can see him twice.
Yeah.
But as things go, you'll start bringing in different people. Okay.
Most definitely.
I thought, were they going to put Requitals back again? We just had the trailer.
Yeah.
I think maybe not.
All right, we're at the end.
Maybe so. Good night. We had a great time. Thank you, Miosha, for coming.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Kente. You guys will come back again and do a show with us, especially after you do the horror and stuff.
Most
I
definitely.
look forward to seeing you guys. Thank you so much for coming on. And what is your web?
meoshabean.com.
meoshabean.com. Don't forget it, because you might get cast in a film. Good night.
All right.
I was gonna dance as I went off. Yeah.